Hey there, team. Whenever I get a question from my kids about, hey, what is this? Or how about this? And it's not included in our homeschool curriculum, I have one go-to tool that I really want to share with you today. It is free and it is something that I hope you will start to use like today. Here's what it is. It's Nearpod. Check it out. Let's get started. So Nearpod is a tool that a lot of teachers are using these days in order to make their lessons more engaging, but that doesn't mean it has to stay in the schools. As homeschoolers, we often encounter topics that our books or our curriculum just don't cover, and our kids have lots of questions. Amen for the questions. Bring on those questions. However, sometimes we just want a little bit more. I know for my kids, this happens a lot. And so what I do, my go-to, is to set up a Google Doc for them in order to share the links with them so that they can move on and do their learning in a discovery type fashion. We want them to have the tools at their fingertips to discover the learning that they're looking for and to really enjoy the process too. So let's take a look at what this looks like in practice. All right. Simple Google Doc. Now, you can use whatever you want for this. Maybe if you have not used that before, take a look. This is just my desktop. I'm using Google Chrome as my browser, but over here, see the little yellow light bulb? Google Keep. I'm going to open it up real quick, show you what it looks like. They're little sticky notes. So something to think about. Perhaps you open a sticky note for your kiddos and they know this sticky note is for this kid, this sticky note is for this kid, these are their links, that sort of thing. That would be a fantastically easy way to do this. However, if you're not into Google Keep, you could use a doc or some other type of document. We use docs just because my kids work on their own kid computer and I have my own computer. A lot of times we don't want to like hop over to other people's computers. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to pretend this is me. So Melissa's links. Okay, now my kids know how to access our family's drive. If you don't have them set up to do that, take a minute. This is just one of those procedures that is really helpful to have your kids understand. But the idea here is to then leave your links. So I'm going to say, for example, if my kids have asked about a butterfly life cycle, maybe we read The Very Hungry Caterpillar, and I want them to explore it a little bit further. So butterfly life cycle. And then I'm going to head over to Nearpod. Now I've got my account open and I have already found a fantastic lesson on this. This is a full lesson. So they're going to walk through step by step. It's self-paced, student paced. So that's where I'm going to come to my lesson kind of dashboard here, my account, and then I'm going to hover over this lesson, the life cycle of a butterfly. I'm going to hover over it and it says live participation. This is where if I were teaching a class, which I literally just did a few minutes ago, and I would, walk them through it. The teacher moves the slides. That's the difference here. But I want student paced because that's going to mean my kids can move through the slides at their own pace. Now, I always edit these before I give them to my kids. There's some teacher instruction slides. Sometimes there are things that just aren't necessary, and I don't want them to get confused or just start skipping because they're bored. So I will often go through and edit the slides that I want to take out, but I will add student paced, come over here and choose how I want to deliver this lesson. So there's a code, you can add a link and a code, but I just like to copy the link. So copy link, there it is, it's copied. I'm gonna go back to my Google Doc and paste. This link is what my kids are going to then click and use to access. They can sign in as a guest or they could have their own account when they go to Nearpod, but the idea here is that they're able to access it on their own. One other idea for this is a single lesson or a single activity. Now this butterfly life cycle, I should say, that is a complete lesson. So it'll walk through multiple stages, multiple activities. Sometimes we've got a couple minutes or I just want to see if they understood something that we worked on. For example, one of my older kids is working on moon phases. So the phases of the moon. And on Nearpod, I found a fantastic game. Now, you guys, if you have not played Time to Climb yet, then you're missing out on life. Time to Climb is a fantastic quiz game. It is a gamified quiz. You're racing up a mountain, and the idea is to get the answers right quicker than the other students. That's it. Even if they're the only real student in there, there are fake students playing against them, so it does feel like a competition. Again, I'm going to choose student paste, copy that link, and get that over here. Now, I can watch them play, or I could look at the report afterward to see how they did on this activity. Pretty fun. So this is a super quick look at what this looks like. If you're wondering how to create your own lessons, maybe you want to put things together on your own, check out this video up here. This will walk you through how to create your own lessons from scratch or use the Nearpod Lesson Library, which has hundreds and thousands of lessons for all age ranges, kinder up to university level stuff. So check it out. There is a lesson for all topics and some really great videos in there. At some point, I'll make another video on Flocabulary, which is Nearpod's sister company. These are wrapped videos about every topic you could imagine. Grammar, math topics, vocab topics, you name it, it's in there. So that's another thing to check out in the meantime. But for now, we'll leave it at Nearpod. I hope this is helpful for you. Remember, what you're doing is important. And if nobody's told you yet today, thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. It's important, and happy teaching.